BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, good morning. Let's have a look at the situation for traditional markets, which is basically unchanged really when it comes to the euro. We're basically sitting back down below all major moving averages again, with a view to basically kiss this support. Whether we kiss it and bounce or we basically break it, I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't really have too much of an idea of which direction it really wants to go in, to be honest with you. Have a look at the S&P. We are going to look at XRP today because it seemed to be one of the more impressive of charts. I say impressive, but one of the better charts for altcoins from the live stream last night. There's some real polar opposite charts when it comes to altcoins at the moment. Right, so yeah, S&P on the pre-market coming down into what I would expect to see a 200 exponential at this point now. So 4121 thereabouts, 200 exponential give or take. A reaction around there, I would expect and hope for a bounce. We may not get it, but I'd hope to see one. We don't have any bullish divergence brewing on this 4 hourly. Let's have a look at the shorter term time frames. We do have it on the 1 hourly, so maybe there will be a bounce around that level, and that might be enough to take us back up to our previous level of resistance, and maybe above that. But again, not particularly sold on the way it looks right now, but overall it's still an uptrend, so we give it the benefit of the doubt. Now Bitcoin, as you could probably all see when you woke up this morning, has broken back down again, so it basically got rejected from that Bollinger Band center from yesterday. So when we saw this move this yesterday morning, we're like, okay, that's good. Validation for further upside would be daily candle body closures above this area. Obviously, there was no daily candle body closure above this area, and so effectively the uptrend that we were looking for immediate continuation is not going to happen. Not until we're above that level. So this is the importance of waiting for invalidations for setups. So there you go. That's that. So clean rejection all the way back down to support. You could class this as a bearish engulfing candle at this stage now, but we are back down to the support. So we're bouncing from the support as we speak, but we did get rejected from the resistance. So basically straight from resistance back down to support. And unfortunately, no hope in hell for a pump signal. And if anything, probably throughout the rest of the day, we would be looking for a short signal to kick in on this 4 hourly. So as you see, the green, there's a green portion of the cloud here. We've not made a negative cross, but we've got the cheeky span and price action below the cloud. So we've got 2 of the 4 components that would be required for a short signal. Now there's not much to it really, because we are sideways, been sideways for quite a while now on this 4 hourly. So this could flip to a pump signal, but it would require the 4 hourly to see candle body closures back up to, well, basically what we were waiting for yesterday, up to this 200 exponential, roughly around 27,500 or 600, and closures above there. That would give us a pump signal. At the moment, the further we stay down towards this support and the longer we stay down here, the more likely it is they're going to get a short signal. At the moment, there's 50-50 because we don't have either short or pump signals materialize. We've got 2 components of the short signal. We've got 2 components of the pump signal. We're waiting to see which direction it really wants to go. So now let's take ourselves to XRP. So XRP, we were looking at this last night. We were saying, okay, fair enough. Big nice move up, consolidation, golden cross. What we'd be looking for would be a golden cross retest for any kind of entry, whether it's a spot or futures, preferably a futures trade because we're talking very short-term time frames. And then a bounce from here that could take us back out and up above this consolidation and into the next area of significance, which is just below 52 cents. So 52 cents is a horizontal resistance stroke support that goes back quite a little while now. Back in time, many years, we see it. And the significance of it. Look, it's not unrealistic to expect a bounce from here to here. On the daily term time frame, we're above all major moving averages, apart from this 50 simple moving average, in all fairness, but we're above all others. And you can see that the bounce so far today also corresponds to the 21 exponential. So when it comes to crypto, you could use the 21 exponential in the same way that you use a Bollinger Band. So while being above it, 65% more likely to remain above it. But even if you disregard the 21 exponential, you've got the 20 simple down here, which is the Bollinger Band Center, which again has the same implications, 65% more likely to remain above it while in that portion of it. So it actually looks okay for a bounce, and the bounce at its first major target would be up there towards 52. Now, we also had the breakout of the RSI, so we had a consolidation of price, we had a consolidation of momentum, and we had a breakout of both at the same time. So we've got that still. That's still the same. Now, the MACD hasn't crossed above the 0 point, which is good, because if we do continue with this bounce, then we've got plenty of power to move up to not only 50, but if we break 50, we're back up into this box, this major box of significance, which we had highlighted based on the 3-day time frame, which isn't the same as it was, but it's not all is lost. So basically, the 3-day, you can see clean rejections so far on the Bollinger Band Center, but as far as the other moving averages are concerned, we're above them. Now, we still have half of the trend signal that's in play. I would basically write it off at the moment, saying it's not what it was, but we had a negative cross on the itchy clouds, and normally you'd say, okay, fair enough, we'll leave that. But the Chiku span never touched the price action, so there would be half a chance that this trend on the 3-day is about to kick in again. And if you look at this on a symmetrical triangle basis, it is also a breakout. So we've got breakouts all over the place, whether it's momentum on the RSI, on a daily, 4-hourly, or 3-day. All looks quite good. Now we'll just finish off with the weekly. Excuse me. And we'll zoom in a little closer. What am I doing here? Zoom in a little closer so we can have a little look at that. So, standard Bollinger Band retest here on a weekly. So again, as far as the week is concerned, a weekly time frame, odds are in favour of further upside. It's only the 3-day that is the that says the opposite. So we're above 20, we're above 21, we're even above the 10, and it's this 250 that we're battling with. And again, all the way up here towards 50 is that major support stroke resistance that we're looking to see. 51 to 52 within that area. We are above the 0 point when it comes to MACD, which offers further upside. We're not overextended on the RSI or the money flow index. And so as far as I can see here, XRP has a decent chart and a decent setup and a decent chance of at least moving up towards the 51 to 52. Now, I was saying yesterday, for those who want to try a position in XRP, a futures position, I do not want to have people get wrecked. Okay, so the reason we sort of like put things on our charts, you know, to work out where we're going to take positions is because a perfect futures position, not there's such a thing as a one, but you know, a well thought out one would take place at a support, and a support that if broken will probably see further downside and continuation in the opposite direction, which means that if you were to take a position around these areas, which is where we highlighted last night, anywhere from the 50 exponential, which is 45.6, down to the 200 simple, which is 45.29, so quite a tight range really. It doesn't take long to know that you're wrong, so you can manage your risk quite well here. You could take positions at any one of these moving averages on a 4-hourly, and if we see a wick lower than our previous wick, which was here, you could probably just put it down at about 45.50. You're wrong. It's going to continue to go down, and that's it. You get stopped out. You don't have to suffer horrendous, incredible pain and get completely wiped out because you didn't know where to put your stop. So look, it's a tight range to take a position. We've already had a bounce from it, but given the way that Bitcoin looks, I imagine we'll probably test down. And that's the problem with this setup really, is that the setup is valid, it's decent, it's actually pretty sweet, but Bitcoin can pull this further down. So this chart doesn't necessarily have to respond to this setup, even though it's a good one. Because Bitcoin governs the overall market for the most part. XRP, if there ever is a coin out there that likes to go against the trend, sometimes it would be XRP. XRP sometimes goes, nah, I'm not. Listen, Bitcoin, I'm old enough to do what I want, okay? And it will do that sort of thing sometimes, but not always. And so we do have to respect that Bitcoin can, you know, put XRP back into detention again. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. There's a setup on XRP on the short-term timeframes that could correspond to higher-term timeframes, but Bitcoin might be the one to step in and say no. That's about as simple as it is, but if I just made a video saying that. it wouldn't be very good, would it? Right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice evening. It's early morning. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.